Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. So today's video I'm doing a black smoky eye with glitter. Obviously you don't have to add the glitter, I kind of showed you with and without, but I thought I haven't actually done a black smoky eye on my channel. This whole time that I've been on YouTube, I have not done a black smoky eye. So I thought I would show you how I do it today. This is the easiest way I find to achieve it. Don't really know where I was going with that sentence, but yeah, this is the easiest way I find to create a black smoky eye, because if you can achieve this kind of eye look, you can do any colours, any makeup, any kind of blending if you can achieve this. It just takes a few steps. Obviously it takes a lot of blending, a lot of patience and a fair few brushes. So just be patient, practice. The more you practice, the easier it will get. So I really hope this look helps you. There's a bit of glitter that I can see. Yeah, I really hope this look helps you. Perfect for Christmas party season, New Year's. But yeah, hope you like it. Let me know what you want to see next. Please subscribe if you are new here, and don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments down below. So that's everything. If you do want to see how I got this look right here, then just keep on watching.
Hey guys, please excuse the face. Pale, spotty, you know, we all get it. So I am going to put a little bit of foundation on first. I'm using this very orange Lancome foundation. Okay, it looks so orange when I first put it on because my face is so pale, but I do have fake tan on, so I'm matching it to my neck, but it doesn't actually match my neck. But I will blend it down later. Please have no fear. Anyways, as you can see, I'm using the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. It smells literally unreal. So first of all, for the eyeshadow, I'm going in with this very sad looking Chickadee by MAKEUPGEEK. I always love to go in with this shade as it adds a really nice warmth, but it's not too orange or it's not too dark, so it just adds a really nice transition. If you watch my videos before, you know I always go in with this type of colour. As I always say, it helps to blend the darker colours that little bit easier. And prior to this, I did prep my eyes with soft ochre paint pot and then set it with a translucent powder. So next, going in with this shade here, I will link all of the names down below for you in case you were wondering. I'm using this on a Zoeva brush, so this is slightly tapered at the end, but it also is quite fluffy, so it really allows you to blend that into the crease whilst buffing out the edges. So when doing this kind of look, you want to focus it on the very kind of more of like that dent in your eye. That's the only way I can describe it. You just want to create that kind of natural shadow through the natural crease of your eye. So just keep on following that natural crease. So that's all you're doing. You're following the natural shape of your eye. Could I say natural anymore? But you can see I'm using my brush to follow the contour of my eye. And I'm going in sort of circular motions back and forth throughout. Hello, new clip. So I do want to deepen up that little bit more. So when you create a black smoky eye, it's always best to build up your colours first. So always have those transition colours beforehand, and warm tones really help as well. Because black is so harsh, you need something underneath to blend the black into your natural skin. So I then build it up a little bit more with this kind of, I'd say it's kind of a grey taupey sort of colour. So it's not as dark as the black, but I do want to have some sort of gradient there. So that's why I go in with an even darker colour. Just so when I do apply the black, it's got something to kind of blend into. So that's your kind of middle colour, which is going to blend from your warm tones to your black. So you can just see the difference in brushes that I'm using. The one that I'm using now is a MAC 221 brush. You can see it is slightly smaller but still quite fluffy. So that just allows you to really sort of get a little bit more of a precise application with that eyeshadow. So always go back in with your first colour. So I'm just going in with this very old 224 brush. If you buy this brush, you'll realise how like old mine is. But I just go over the edges just to soften that a little bit more. So now I'm going in with this, literally this is the most pigmented, most blendable black I have ever used in my life. Okay, a bit dramatic there. This is Noir by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It blends like a dream. Honestly, you need a good black when you want to create a black smoky eye, because it is so hard to blend, and this makes it so much easier. So as you can see, I'm following that natural contour of my eye. So I'm using my brush to follow that shape. So as long as you're following the natural shape of your eye, you can't go wrong. And again, that 221 brush just allows me to be a little bit more precise whilst blending the edges. So the reason why I put the black first is because, or the black eyeshadow, is because when I put my base on, so this is a black gel eyeliner, if you were to put this on first, you end up with a really, really harsh line. Then you end up having trouble trying to blend out that harsh line. So now you've got that gradient part of black, it's so much easier to blend my black gel eyeliner into that black eyeshadow. So the reason why I use a base is because it's basically gonna have something, sorry that does not make sense, it's basically for your eyeshadow to stick to. So that just helps your black eyeshadow look that little bit more seamless, and it looks as black as possible. Because the trouble with such a dark eyeshadow, it can look very, very patchy if you don't have a base under there, or if you don't have a transition colour under there either. So these steps will just help you kind of blend it out that little bit easier, and also it will help your black eyeshadow last that little bit longer. So this is probably the part where you're thinking like, what the hell are you doing? You look like you've been punched in the face. And you may think that, but you just have to persevere with it and just be patient, because it never looks as good until you put foundation on. But for the lower lash line, I'm using a black kohl liner and smudging that all the way underneath, and don't worry if it looks messy, because we're going to blend it out now. So using a flat shader brush, you can see I'm using the same shades as I used through the crease first of all, and I'm using them to blend out that black. And don't worry if it looks really messy, because we can clean it up with concealer later on, because I haven't done the concealer yet. So I just go back and forth in sort of like buffing motions, and to connect the top and lower lash line as well. And boom, my foundation is on. Sorry if that skipped a little bit quick, but you can see with the foundation on, it just looks a lot cleaner, and by using my concealer, I just sort of went under the lower lash line just to tidy it up, and finished it off with a little bit of highlight under the brow bone. So that just helps tie everything together and adds a really nice glow and more of a contrast under your brow bone. And with a black smoky eye as well, it's so important to have a little bit of colour on your face as well, because you'll find it can wash you out a little bit. So I do go in with a little bit of bronzer, but like I always say, just go in with your normal face routine. And of course, I cannot forget a little bit of highlighter. This is Champagne Pop by BECCA. I didn't show it because mine is cracked now, but I just apply that to the cheeks. And that is also what I use for the brow bone as well.
Okay, I'm just going to interrupt this. So I just done a poll on my Instagram. I just applied the lashes, but I didn't know whether to add gold glitter. So I done a poll on my Instagram, and I said, should I keep it matte, or where is it? Or shall I add gold glitter? And 72% of you said add gold glitter. And I didn't want to, but you wanted me to. So yeah, obviously you can leave it like this, as I've done now, and keep it completely matte, or add gold glitter. And everyone obviously loves glitter, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's go back to the voiceover. Just going to take these off. You don't want to get glitter all over them. At this point you probably won't have lashes on yet, so yeah, just don't put your lashes on yet.
Okay, so moving on from my little interruption there. So I'm using something called Max Mixing Medium. Oh my god, that is a tongue twister. So this is like an adhesive. So what this does, it does dry like completely, but it goes on quite tacky. So it really allows you to stick any sort of loose glitter on there. So the glitter I'm using is just this glitter from eBay. You can use whatever glitter you would like. I didn't realise that it actually reflects different colours. I thought it was gold, but it reflects different colours as well. But anywhere where you put that glue is where the glitter will stick to. So you can almost use that as a guide of where you want your glitter. So I just done mine up to the natural crease. So it just creates a nice curve along the crease of my eye. So that way when I'm looking down, it's just a kind of really nice curve, I suppose. I'm not very good at these voiceovers, but yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Kind of almost looks a bit like a glitter cut crease, but it's not actually a cut crease. It's almost giving you that illusion. So of course, to finish off a black smoky eye, you have to go in with a nude lip. Well, you don't have to, there's no rules. But I just feel like that is the best sort of look because it just creates more of a contrast against the dark eyes. I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury gloss with a Myth lipstick because I wanted to lighten it up a little bit. But that is everything. I hope you like the look and you'll see me in my next one. Bye!